Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
Hey everybody, Andy here, and just wanted to say before we hop into the pod, thank you so very much for tuning in and being part of the Common Folk podcast. We're coming off the heels of a Memorial Day weekend. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I know in our neck of the woods, it definitely feels like summer is finally here. Just also wanted to prep you guys. This is a wild one. This is another podcast where Morgan and I had no idea which way Ben wanted to take this conversation. And we get into some pretty crazy theories, conspiracies, what's going on, what we think and feel is going on. So everything you're hearing from me, Morgan and Ben and I, you know, it's not scripted, it's raw, it's real, it's just, you know, kind of how we feel. And I feel like there's a lot of division out there right now between this side, that side, these people, those people. Now we have 4 different races of aliens fighting amongst themselves over us, I guess. I don't know. We'll get into that, but just want to let you know that we surely, truly, deeply appreciate you guys tuning in. And this is a wild one, so buckle up.
Sun rolling over acres of farmland, shining the light on the world I grew up in. No name dirt roads about to get torn up, all going down in a town you never heard of. Hey everybody, welcome to the Common Folk podcast with Ben, Morgan, and Andy.
Welcome back to Common Folk.
Let's go. Podcast for the people, by the people.
Let's go. He's right.
I feel like it's been a while.
It has. It has been a while.
What are you
That was weird.
slacking
That was
over
weird
here, or
saying
what?
that. It was like, didn't feel normal.
Well, do it again.
It's been, how long has it been since we recorded? Probably just 2 weeks, probably.
Yeah,
but
we just
feels
missed one.
longer than that.
Yeah.
I mean, because we've only been doing this for 4 years, so.
You,
Right.
you get into that routine, you know, and
Yeah.
when it
Do you
skips,
say it in your sleep?
Probably.
Yeah, you would know. You would know.
Yeah,
He's
you're the one that would hear me.
In your dreams? Have you guys dreamed about the podcast ever? I don't hardly ever remember my dreams, so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Like I do have like daydreams, like, oh man, we're gonna do a collaboration with Joe Rogan. You know how
You
cool?
do?
Hell yeah, I do.
Oh.
I like to think big.
You're like manifesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it was, when I was in college, I read I found it to be a fascinating book. Now it's a lightning rod, but Art of the Deal by
Mr. Trump.
Donald Trump. I love that book.
Really?
And he had a line in there that total Trump. But I agree with it. If you're going to be thinking anyway, you might as well be thinking big.
Yeah, there
Like,
you go.
You
Yeah.
know, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Well, Ben's always flying. You always say you like to fly in your dreams, so.
Not always, but
Like a
it's fun
superhero
when I
or a
do, yeah.
plane?
No, like just no devices. Like you just start
Yeah.
flying.
Yeah, it's going to
You
take
know?
a lot of manifestation there.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. Before we start, I want to give a shout out to one of my good buddies, old Dano. It's his birthday today.
It is?
Yeah, did you message him?
No, was I supposed to?
Oh, you did. What kind of friend are you?
And I believe it's Dano's.
How was I supposed to know? It's funny how you remember his birthday, but not our anniversary.
I think it's his anniversary too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Dano's anniversary. Yeah, I bumped into him.
Just shoot him another
yesterday.
message.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary, Dano.
Yeah.
No, happy birthday, though. He's a good buddy. I consult with him a little bit about the podcast. Him and I kind of go back and forth on a few things we chat about, and gives me some ideas and some.
Well, he should come on
things to cover.
sometime.
I know he's a loyal listener, so I know he'll hear this. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he loves the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he brought up the Kylo episode. He goes, man, that was pretty emotional for him. Like, yeah, I wasn't ready for that. I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just lives right around the corner from you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They moved down here not too long ago.
So how old is he?
I think Dan is. I think he's our age, isn't he? Yeah.
44.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, he's got a couple of little girls, and our little girls will when they get to
try
wandering.
4.
Yeah. They got a little one now. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that crazy?
That's what how I bumped into him. His little girls were having a lemonade stand.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
And on
fun.
our walk, we got conned into buying some overpriced.
Was it any good?
Sure.
Yeah.
4 stars. No, of course it was. Yeah. And they were very professional and courteous, and had ice for us, and asked us if we wanted more. So.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty cool, and everybody that was on a walk had a little Dixie cup of lemonade.
That's
so
cool.
Pretty good. Yeah.
That's fun. So yeah, happy birthday, Dano. Thanks for listening, man. Thanks for being a good buddy.
And he's raising some sharks, or some business sharks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. God, $20 a drink?
I think it was $1.
Steep.
But
Okay.
I'm surprised it's not more, honestly.
yeah, they probably were losing money on just $1.
Yeah.
When we were-
I hope you tipped them, Andy.
When we were kids, it was what, a
kidding.
quarter or 50 cents, something like that.
Yeah.
10 cents.
10?
You don't remember doing 10 cents?
Oh, I think I was pushing the envelope then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we're doing a quarter, 50 cents.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. So, what about the update us on the chicken saga? We were chatting a little bit about this.
Man.
People who listen, I think, because we talked about it last week or the week before, didn't we?
Yeah. So we filed our claim or put in our dispute or something.
For folks who didn't hear it, Andy has chickens in his backyard.
3. Let's
For-
just get
for
that
his
straight.
kids.
Only
Yeah.
3.
It's not no big deal, whatever.
They're 3 laying hens.
Yeah. And the neighborhood rule apparently is that you can't. So like the guy who's like the inspector or whatever slid by your house, got some photos,
Street photos.
sent you a letter,
Yeah.
and now you got to go to a board meeting.
Got a hearing coming up
and
in
make
about
your-
a week.
Make your case.
Yeah. Oh, it's in about 2 weeks. We got a hearing.
Okay,
weeks.
so we'll have to get an update then.
Yep,
But
yep.
we're hoping that Andy gets to keep his chickens. What is it again? Do you have a good day? That means they've
3-egg
laid
day.
a 3-egg day. Yeah.
Yep. A great day, a good day is a 3-egg day.
'Kay.
And and I don't know chickens at all, but each one of our kids got to go to Baumgar's and pick one out. So we have a white one, a black one, and a red one, and they all have goofy names like Wednesday, Chickaletta, and what's the third one? Oh, what's the chicken from Moana?
I've never seen
I don't know.
Moana.
I have, but
Whatever that chicken's name is the red one. So
okay.
Do they all lay?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, they're
That's
just
a-
3 laying hens. And I think they're about a year old. I don't know.
But you normally get 3 eggs.
not
Not always.
not always.
Do you know who's the slacker?
That would be the Wednesday, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we have so many chickens that we don't know who's laying and who's not. I know you can
Yeah.
figure that out somehow. I just wondered.
Yeah.
But with 3, I would think you could figure it out.
Chickaletta's the machine. The white one, I don't know. Is that a Rhode Island? I don't know. But the white
That's
the
what I
white
was,
chicken.
That's
is,
what I was asking if
and her
they.
eggs are the biggest too.
Okay, but does she lay the white ones? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a machine. She's up early every morning, knocking
Really?
it out. Yeah.
Knocking it out.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's why I was asking if they all lay, because when you said the white one, I was originally thinking they sell those broilers there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Oh,
it must not be
gosh.
one of those. 'Cause,
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, we've had that happen before. We had 2 broilers
Accidentally
on
broiled?
accident. And guess what?
Didn't-
They were not good chickens, and Ben had to take them out.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the
After a while.
part of the deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Aren't the broilers normally what you eat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and they put on meat, or whatever.
That has to be just a mix up from the store, right?
Yeah.
Because aren't they supposed to be separate?
Well, I think it was like the Baumgart's thing. You go in there, like anybody who's in a in a small town has a farm store and they know how it works. Like you go in there, all the chickens are in a
tub. Yeah, but they should be separated.
Well, they are, I think.
But that's what I'm saying. They got mixed up.
When we got them, I think we just grabbed a few out of each bin or whatever.
Okay, like we didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to blame them, and you're blaming us. Okay, it was probably us.
Then when we got home and they started growing, those ones grew like at 10 times the rate.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I bet.
And they grew to the point where they were so damn big they couldn't even get up.
Well, yeah, that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I know. We were like, and they were kind of gross. Otherwise, we would have eaten them.
You didn't even eat them?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's a little messed up.
So, any great news topics for today or what?
I got some topics I want to cover.
I mean, nothing's really going on in the world today. I mean, Trump didn't get shot at again.
Oh, God. There was...
No assassination attempts
this
that we know of.
This is like the 5th attempt or something.
Last 48 hours.
Yeah.
It's like a freaking movie anymore. I don't want to talk about this one, but I just want to ask you, did you see the pictures they put out of the types of aliens that we now know exist?
No.
Oh, I think I did see a YouTube thumbnail of one of said verified, and it had a picture of
Wait, I want to see it.
And I can't even tell if this is
AI?
real or if this is some AI thing someone made up or what, which is going to get into the topic of today, but it's crazy. Like you look at it, they're like, okay, there are 4 defined type of aliens.
Of course there is.
You have the little gray guys, which is what we see on everything.
Yeah.
You got this dude who is like 7 foot tall, blonde, like looks like a regular person but is huge.
No.
Oh, and look kind of like a wizard with the long white hair.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
I've got to see this.
Yeah,
You're kidding me.
They call him a Nordic.
Yes.
And then you've got a reptilian, which looks like
they're considered aliens?
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
And then what was the last
reptilians
one? I can't remember the last one. I have to look it up.
Lizard people got the nod, huh?
Well,
okay. Well, good for them.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that they're the ones that actually run the world, and is the lizard people.
Yeah, because aren't they like
they're
celebrity world
and
I was one of my buddies who's kind of into this turned me on to this one chick on Instagram that is a what do you call them, a viewer, a remote viewer. You ever seen that?
What does that mean?
So these are people who they can, in their mind, they can sit there and they can go to a different place.
Oh, wow.
And they can tell you everything that's going on at that place.
That is fantastic.
Yeah. And it can be verified. Or like, as an example, like we might be sitting in this room right here and you can go out into the print room and put something in an envelope and just set it in there. And then I could sit here and I can go to it and I can tell you what's in that envelope.
Right.
Like that's what a remote
There's
viewer will do.
There's a podcast on this, Andy, like a few.
Okay,
You've got to listen to this.
Well, it's real deal.
I've seen some people like that, where you hold the card backwards and the person can tell you if it's an ace of spades or whatever. Yeah, stuff like that.
And as you can imagine, like there's all kinds of things that can be used from like solving crimes to, whatever, right?
Minority Report.
Yeah. So this girl, because all that stuff got released, so she's like, yeah, well, I wanted to look into this or whatever. And there's all this stuff about Antarctica and like this ice wall, and on the other side of the ice wall is another world or whatever. And so she went there and she was like, yeah, the ice wall's not a thing.
Oh, good.
She was like, but there is a huge hole and it's protected by like military and stuff. And it's basically like a door, like a doorway. And she was like, I went in it. And that's where the reptilian people are.
Okay.
And they're like inside Earth.
Yeah. They'd have to be warm.
Yeah. And then she went and talked to them. And like, I can't remember what she said. It was something like pretty soon they're coming out. Like everyone's going to know about them, blah, 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 all this stuff.
They're pissed off at the iPhone 17. What a ripoff. It was not as advertised. Yeah. They're upset. Right. Yeah. Okay.
It's crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
It's crazy.
No,
I don't know what
it's getting pretty deep out there.
But
it's getting pretty deep. Yeah.
There was pictures of like Trump walking with these aliens like that. I mean, that stuff's got to be AI, but you just don't know anymore.
You really don't, and it's getting really good. And to feed into your conspiracy theories here, I saw a quick little exchange between a couple of guys kicking this around, and they're like, "Well, when do you think fake videos and AI videos started? Like, when? I mean, if we're being shown that this is how it's made now, like, was it around in the 80s, the 90s? Like, how do you know? How can you You know, anything you ever saw on the news, was it even really real?
Yeah,
You know?
true.
Like, I don't know. And I think that's, you can waste, we'll say, a lot of time letting your mind run with some of that stuff when you could just be focusing on the important stuff, like Nebraska losing to Oregon in the Big Ten tournament, so baseball. So,
They lost last night?
yes.
Oh, shoot. I didn't know. I didn't hear.
But yeah, you were
Was
saying.
it a bad game?
Yeah. Oh, it was bad.
Oh.
We got blown out. But, and then we were the 2 seed. But anyhow, you were saying not much is going on. I'm like, there's so much going on right now, like in our sports broadcasting world. Like, I can't keep up with it all.
Yeah.
You have soccer championships, you have baseball championships, state track and field championships. Our softball team, the Lady Huskers, made the College World Series.
I saw that.
They are
Woo-hoo.
fantastic. Our track and field team are killing it at the university, and our baseball team is having a fantastic year, and they still have a good chance of making the College World Series, but they did just get bounced from the Big Ten conference
If
tournament.
you win Big Ten, then you get to go to CWS?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. So
No, then you still gotta
whatever. Then it's just
yeah.
a title at that
It really
point.
is. It really is. And
Just another tournament.
yeah. Yeah. And so that's what I think colleges need to do is start signing these lizard people or the Nordics. I think the Nordics are also really fast. And
Oh,
they,
I'm sure they would do great.
and they can kind of see the future. So I'm just
Guys,
thinking of like,
stop.
I've seen a baseball, like as soon as he throws that ball, you can like,
He already knows where it's going to be exactly.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah. So I
Can you
think,
pull up a picture of these aliens?
Yeah, if I can get my computer to work, it's not working right now for some
Oh,
reason.
okay. Oh, jeez. Starlink.
no, but
It's wild. I mean, some of the shit they're talking about, and like, because they did the release of the alien files or whatever weeks and weeks ago.
Yeah.
And apparently, like just last week, they released a whole nother bunch of them. Mm-hmm. And like some people are kind of talking about it, some people aren't. But all these alien images are in this particular one
Okay.
of these 4 different types.
We literally were just talking about this, about how aliens were going to be delivered to us. And
I think it's coming,
Well,
man.
I mean-
I think it's coming.
Yes. Right? And they just released a picture? I mean, you can't make this up.
Yeah. I think it's coming. I think people. I think you might as well just mentally get ready because it's coming.
well, okay. So are they going to say like hybrids? Is that going to be a real thing? Like alien human hybrids? And we're
Probably.
we're going to find
Yeah.
out like, oh, the last 15 of the last 17 presidents have all been alien hybrids.
Right.
Is
Yeah.
that what we're going to find out?
What was the movie we were watching last night? Well, I wasn't really watching it. I was going to bed. But
Last night?
yeah, remember it was like 2 presidents.
I was,
And they,
I was watching G.I. Joe last
G.I.
night.
Joe, and they took the real president and put him underground, and there was a fake president that looked like him. I'm like, oh, funny how this has actually happened. Probably. Like, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know?
Yeah, I really don't.
sure it
Joe
does.
Biden.
So what do you think's going to be released? Just they're going to come out with an aliens and be like, hey guys, yeah, it's true. We've been watching you guys for a while now.
Yeah, I just think they're slow rolling this stuff out and just letting people kind of digest a little bit at a time.
Oh, we're not going to mic him up and put him on the news?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets to that. But like, what is it next month is when that new big box office movie's coming out.
Oh,
I think it's called Disclosure Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a Spielberg movie. Like,
Yep, big one.
I mean, you're talking about big production, like.
And you've already had a couple come out on like Netflix and smaller
Yep.
platforms like that.
Yep. I think the truth is coming. Yes.
I was a big fan of the X-Files.
We were too when I was a kid.
And yeah, I do believe, I don't want to poo-poo all this, but there's a reason that there's a belief, and there's a reason you think one way or the other, and I do believe there's a lot of stuff out there that I can't explain, and I'm not going to begin to try to. So, all right, let's
Yeah.
roll. I do think when we say they, we're generally talking about the United States government, right? Mm-hmm. Well, they are slow rolling it. They are, doing
Yeah.
this and that. I think they are very disappointed in how little of attention it's getting.
Yeah, are people just over it, or
I
do
think-
we just have been fed so much crap we don't even know what to believe?
I think people, that's part of it, but I think there's I think people are more concerned with 2 wars that we don't want to be in, and the loss of human life at these wars on all sides. I'm not just saying these bad guys or these good guys. I'm saying both sides. That's top of mind for a lot of good Americans out there.
Okay.
Then you also have things like the price of gas and the let's call it bullshit reasons why these gas is going up.
Yep.
And I honestly believe us United States Americans are like finally getting our priorities straight, and we're like, fuck your aliens.
Yeah.
Let's take care of ourselves. Let's take care of our cities. Let's take care of the other side. Like, why are we still at war? Like, what good is this?
And a lot of that too goes back to that hierarchy of needs that we've talked about in the past.
Sure.
And when you can't even like satisfy, your need to eat, your need for security, your need for protection, those types of things, which all have to do with the fact that can I buy gas? Can I go buy groceries? Can I do these kinds of things? All of that other stuff that at one time seemed so important goes out the window, and now you're focused on these things. You've come back down the ladder a little bit.
And that's where they're really missing the game here on this one. Like, I'd love to be so concerned about the grays. Oh my God, the gray aliens! I knew they were real. They look like owls, and I saw an owl when I was a kid. No, it was an alien. Like, I want to go down that path and be all in, balls deep, right? But I can't, because we're trying to. It feels like we're trying to shove this story, and a couple big ones to the side. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to let it go.
Right.
Release the damn files. You said you were going to.
I hope that everybody feels that way. I mean, I hope there's a...
I think that's the vast majority of people feel that way.
Yeah.
And I think we're also being tuned into the fact that a lot of this, like, let's say, like race baiting and these videos of this particular group of people being bad, and then this group of particular people reacting in a bad way. That 99%, that's bullshit too.
Yeah.
And always has been.
Yeah.
And I think they've just overdone it so bad. And you talk about AI. AI is kind of blowing the top off of this. Like, yes, that is bullshit. We ran the numbers. That did not happen at all.
Right.
Actually, that small town loves all people, not just this type of people. They never put that on their water tower.
Right, exactly.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And so, in a way, kind of like what AI is doing as far as
some of that stuff,
reshuffling the deck and resetting people's minds. And, I'm sure there's going to be some negative fallout, but there always is.
Yeah.
So, what the hell?
Yeah.
Speaking of that, people keeping that stuff top of mind and continuing to push the envelope. Did you follow that Massey election at all down in Kentucky?
That is catching some headlines.
Dude.
Wow.
It's so bad.
Dude,
it's so wrong.
The guy he's running against has got so much money from AIPAC, like
$35 million.
Really? See, I didn't know what it was. I just knew that he's gotten zero, and this other dude is like a millionaire 100 times, 35 times over.
Because he kind of was outspoken against Trump, and Trump took him into the ground.
I mean, there's so many like conversations about what, but I think from some of the stuff that I've heard, a fact is that this dude pushed the envelope with the Epstein files, and he was a huge reason why the first round of files got released.
Massey.
Yep. And he's not satisfied with it. He's continuing to push that envelope. He thinks the Iran war is bullshit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's not taking money from some of those big AIPACs or whatever. Yeah. Although I've heard, and you're going to hear this on both sides,
sure.
But I've heard some of the other side saying, well, actually he has received $1 million from a pro
kill baby seals group,
Iranian group or some shit.
Sure.
So there's kind of smoke on both sides, but the big picture, if you look through all the smoke, is that this dude was pushing back too hard. And
for sure.
And he got ganged up on by people with more money and more power than him.
Yeah. And he is one of many that were on. They were all unified on one side, and now that's all breaking apart. Now that somebody's in and a party's in, it's like, oh, now I can lose you people. Well,
and dude, you keep seeing, like, on this Republican side of things, you keep seeing these people falling out.
Oh yeah, like isn't Tulsi out now too?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, just the other day. Yeah, she resigned.
My husband's sick or some shit.
Yeah.
Well, and I was talking to one of my friends. We talk about things like this, Shay, and she was saying that Marjorie Greene or whatever.
She was on the first one's game.
Yeah, but their family, like, up and left. They're living in Costa Rica.
No, really?
They're like, F this town.
Well,
or not town, this country. Like,
She pushes back, and she still does so hard. Like, she doesn't want to get.
She was pretty controversial.
She didn't want to get Charlied.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
But it's just crazy when you go against the big dog. Again, back to your money thing with the chickens
Lizard
or
people,
whatever.
Lizard people.
You know, if you have all this
Look over
money
here.
and you want to throw money at something, you're going to get what you want.
Speaking of Charlie, he was a big supporter of Massey.
Yeah.
Oh, of course he was.
If you go back
Of
and
course he
listen to
was.
some of the stuff he said,
Yeah.
I mean, he more or less said that this guy is the truth. This is one of the only guys
Yep.
up there that is saying the right things and trying to go in the right direction.
Charlie basically had an open checkbook from Israel, and he did not take it for advertising or this or that. And when that happened, you started seeing some dominoes fall, where all of a sudden, not everybody was for Charlie. Not everybody thought what he was saying was helpful. Not everybody thought that open debate was good to be having. And it's like, whoa. No, it's good. Everyone could at least agree. Him going to a college campus and letting them ask a question, him answering it, that is good.
Yes.
Having the dialogue, having the back and forth. And just because one side ends up being wrong doesn't mean that having the conversation isn't right.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that happened, he didn't accept this money or any type of influence or any type of advertising from this group, like an APAC. That's when you started to see that smoke from both sides. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, come on.
And you know
Funny.
what? One of the things that bothers me the most about all this is this Republican versus Democrat bullshit.
There you go. I like that.
The way they're framing it is you're one or the other. You're either with us or you're against us.
Yeah.
And I understand how this country was started and the two-party system and all that kind of stuff, but we're so far from that now. And people are just like, no, dude, I don't want to be you and I don't want to be you.
Yeah.
Like, you have
We're
some
not.
stuff that I agree with. You have some stuff that I agree
Isn't
with.
there another term for that? You're like kind of still Republican, but you're not thinking
There's
that-
all kinds of
I've-
terms.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
for
to think
sure.
of what
Like
I heard. but-
libertarian
Yeah,
or
maybe.
whatever. There's all these different terms, but in the end, when it comes down to elections and the envelope that Trump pushes and a lot of these other folks push is, you vote Republican down the card. Period. Even if you don't know who they are, you check the Republican box because those are the people that are going to push the agenda that you want. And I understand that, like, there's some truth to that.
Sure.
But everything has changed so much, man. Like, people are getting so tired of that shit. They don't want to be a part of that stuff anymore.
Yeah, and that's when we had Joy over, and boy, she's making some waves now.
Yeah, she is.
Oh my God, she's saying some things.
Yeah.
Wait, just here or even more?
She's been on 2 or 3 other podcasts.
Oh, I
and,
didn't hear. Okay.
She had that guy that's running for governor for Iowa.
Yeah, that Zach Lane.
I think she was either at his farm or they were together at a farm. And They had Rob Schneider out
Yeah,
there. Holy
yeah.
moly! And she's still being outspoken, and I love that. But be careful.
Right.
Take care.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild, man. But we went down a bunch of different paths there that I wasn't planning on going down, but it's real life shit. I mean, that's what's going on. That's what the common folk are dealing with. What I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about today, we were chatting a little bit about AI earlier and some of these AI topics. What is your opinion? And I've got opinions on both sides, just to preference it, on the whole data center thing.
Well, okay. On the surface, I'm being told that data centers are bad. They don't provide very many jobs and take a lot of energy. And the people, taxpayers, shouldn't have to foot the bill. That has just been hammering my feed. That's in the news every other day. We should vote no for data centers because they are bad. Okay, so that's what I'm being told up front.
Yeah.
And a lot, and very loud.
Yeah. And there's stories out there, I'm sure you've heard, like, as an example for us locally, that there's a piece of property pretty close to us that's being eyeballed. I think it's actually already been purchased. They're planning on a large data center there. They're planning on it having its own power plant, power generation.
Yeah.
You know, all the things that come along with that. Have you heard that story?
Yes, and I do. And all these data centers, they're like, no, the power grid is a weak piece of shit. I can't believe this is what our country still runs on. We're going to be better than that. We're going to supply our own power, and they get to like we're saying, they got money, so they supersede what the rules are as far as, because like I don't even think I could put a windmill on top of my house and just run off wind power. I don't think I can do that. There are rules against that, not just our HOA, but the state of Nebraska. Like, fuck you, you are paying us a power bill every month. You are not having your own wind turbine. I think there's like rules like that.
Yeah,
And these data centers they're subverting that, and they're like, no, we're going to have our own fucking power plant because
Yeah.
They're
Good
better
shit.
than that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what has happened in that, and I don't know all the details, but I can tell you some of them, is I think you can put a small windmill up. There's some things like that that are allowed, but you cannot have a power plant like that is like it's burning fuel and stuff like that to make power.
Like a sunflower, they burn a lot of fuel.
A sunflower?
A power plant.
Hilarious. Hilarious. But so there was a law on the books in Nebraska,
Right, yeah.
that said you cannot do this. And from what I understand, it was pushed and kind of upheld by some of our biggest power companies in the state.
Duh.
One being OPPD.
Yeah.
And the thing is that's going to be competition, right?
Of course.
So somebody basically what the spirit of the rule was that some independent company cannot come in and just build a power plant and go supply to this neighborhood, right? They don't want that happening. They need
So
to
they
have
need
the
it
control
like a
of
monopoly?
all of it. Yeah. Well, with these big data centers, this big money coming in, they went to the state and got that law changed.
Yeah.
So now they can make their own power plants. They've been given that grace, that pass now.
It also squashes the big fucking argument that I'm supposed to be up in arms about as far as, oh, you're putting all the power on the taxpayer. We shouldn't have to foot that bill. And the power plant's like, we don't want you to because
Right.
your power sucks.
Yep.
It's unreliable. It goes in and out. We don't even want to deal with that. So like,
And as a matter of fact,
that's why I said that. I opened it with, well, this is what I'm being told.
yeah,
Because now just a deep level of me is like, why am I being told that? So
Yeah.
now I'm thinking, I think data centers are fucking awesome. I think they're good.
yeah.
So
And
I can't fully explain why.
the other side is like their power plants and these things that they're building are going to be so efficient, making so much power that they're going to be pumping it back into the grid anyway.
Right.
Like they're going to be selling it to the OPPDs, which are essentially going to be selling it to us. So they really, in the end, that's going to make the power a little bit more reliable, probably.
More reliable, and more in the bank. It should make it cheaper. I think even some of the shitty at-home like generators, like even the solar ones, they some of those do such an efficient job where you're actually pumping power back into the grid. So I mean, if just some piece of shit that's less than $15,000 you can put on top of your house is so efficient that it's pumping power back into the grid, like of course Google is going to outpace that. So
they were saying that this one that they're talking about building down here, I think is going to use more power, like, I don't know what the time frame is, monthly or daily or yearly or whatever, than the whole city of Lincoln uses.
Yeah.
Combined.
Well, I mean, just think what that can do. Like on a simple Google, you go to the Google search homepage, and then you search for whatever you want. Let's say a dog riding a surfboard. And then it shows you a whole bunch of those images like that and has articles about that. It gives me, oh, this dog won the World Series of surfing. Like, really, that was a deal? And then it gives you a prompt. Would you like us to create an AI image of a dog on a surfboard? And then it does that in a matter of seconds. And it gives you an option. It gives you like 5 options of different dogs on surfboards. And you can tell it, no, I want a German Shepherd. No, I want that German Shepherd to be more black. It's... Think of the power that goes into that.
Yeah.
It all blows my mind.
So you got that. You've got the water piece. Have you heard anything they talk about the water, like the water
Well, we don't
usage
have
and
enough
all that?
water anyways.
I know.
What's wrong with the water here?
Well, the naysayers are talking about how much water these data centers use.
Okay.
And that they're going to like suck us dry.
Well, because we knew that. We've said that about AI, right? Remember there was that thing, if you do one...
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. All backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
Search on AI, Chat GPT, it's like 2 water bottles just to cool off.
The server at
Just
that
the
time.
server, but asking one question. So think all the stupid ass questions that people ask just to get answers. Like, slow your roll. Do you really need to ask this? Because we're wasting water. That's the way I think about it. But
Wah, wah, wah. Like, okay,
we're gonna
so then
run
the water
out of
just
water.
no, the water gets put back into the system and gets cooled naturally, right?
But we don't have enough to start anyways.
We come across things like the aqueducts and all these things that they figured out water thousands and thousands of years ago. Recycling water had a water surplus, and now here we are at the peak of our civilization as far as we know. We'll ask the Grays here in about a month.
You're right. Yeah. They're going to be like, you fools.
Now water is an issue. Like, that's another thing. When I'm being barked at, oh, you're wasting my water. What are we doing? Well, it warms up the water. Well, then what happens to water? Then it gets put down the drain. Okay, well, then where does it go?
It gets recycled, but
what?
But look at our lake. We don't even have enough water in that. Like, it's literally starting to go away. Let's be honest. Some of the water.
I don't think we manage it well.
The world is starting to go away.
This lake shouldn't even be here. A couple of assholes put up a dam so they can sell some property.
I know.
So that's where I start. When they would start bitching about this lake and there's moss. Like, that's the big bitch right now.
Well, of course there is.
Like, I'm just so, I don't know.
It's a lake. Yeah.
It's just supposed to be perfect to your dock every day of the fucking year. Like, what?
Right.
And who do you think you are that you can just manipulate a fucking natural waterway?
Yeah.
It's not even a natural waterway.
Yeah.
So what do we?
I get it, but I'm just saying. I feel like
I'm taking
weather.
You're in the majority here, and I'm being the devil's advocate as far as talking shit about wasting water, because I'm saying there are probably, I don't know, 5,000 solutions out there, and they've all been kicked around and all like, yeah, that would work, but it doesn't get passed. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And that's why I brought up the ancient civilizations. Like, they figured this out thousands of years ago.
Well, and that's because, my guess is, because the ancient civilizations weren't driven by
I think they were.
The word
Greed?
I'm looking for, not greed. Well, greed, it would come down to greed, but they weren't driven by these
The
I
stock
can't even
market,
think of the word.
NASDAQ?
Basically money.
Yeah.
They weren't driven by money.
I think they were.
You think so? You think they had some kind of
there's always
currency or
always a
hierarchy?
trade.
There's always some type of a motivation behind it. Like,
I like to believe that those advanced civilizations that we've seen little glimpses of, like the pyramids and things like this, had different motivations on their mind, and it was things like the betterment of people, the communication with the gods, and all these kinds of things. Like, it wasn't let's worry about the next 20 years and what my bank account's going to look like.
Right.
It was let's worry about the next 1,000 years and what this whole race is going to look like.
Well, I mean, and if you believe that, then they did a terrible job because they collapsed.
Well, we don't know why they collapsed. I mean, it could have been a natural disaster that came in and shut everything down.
They might have just said, "Hell with it, we're out of here."
Yeah, it could have been that. Yeah, right.
Hello, aliens.
Yeah.
Well, they are. So something that's interesting on Google here, which Google's AI, their AI thing, whatever they call it, Gemini. I just went in here real type, and I just typed "do data centers," and then it popped up, suggestions. And one of the first ones was use a lot of water. So I clicked on that, and the AI says, yes, data centers consume enormous amounts of water, primarily to prevent their high-density servers, AI chips from overheating. A large hyperscale facility can consume between 1 to 5 million gallons of water every day, roughly equivalent to the daily usage of a town of 10 to 50,000 residents.
So does that water get evaporated and then goes up in the atmosphere? Is that what's happening?
That's the thing, and that's why
I just don't think it's recycled.
That's what a lot of people who are for these say. You can't you can't just use water and it goes away. Water's always following some kind of cycle.
We've always had the same amount of water on this damn planet for as long as we can track.
Yeah. So you're taking liquid water out of the ground, you're evaporating it, it's cooling, it's going in the air, and then it's going somewhere. So I think that's what part of the thing is that, like, if you just think about that logically, like we have our water here for our usage, and then they're going to take that, they're going to use a ton of it, which means there's going to be less for us to use, and they're going to evaporate it, and then it's going to go somewhere else.
Yeah, probably
right?
Israel.
So yeah, probably they're probably directing it right there.
Let's get.
Yeah.
I mean, we're already.
Let's be real. Okay.
Israel.
So I think if you think about that process, I mean, literally, it will take a lot of water from here.
Sure.
We won't get that back. The other thing is they, with what they're using, like they'll use water just to cool, and then that water will get like contaminants in it, and then they'll treat it.
Yeah.
And then they'll pump it into the river. Mm-hmm. And then it's going to the ocean.
Right.
Right. The oceans are rising.
Yeah.
We all know that. Mm-hmm. If we're pulling the water out of our ground, this fresh water that we live off of, and we're just going to pump it into the river so it can go to the ocean and become salt water.
Yeah.
What happens then? Right. I mean, these are the questions that I have. Like that's a lot of stuff that's moving we're not going to see anymore.
Yeah. And I always felt like that's why I know there's a way to recycle water better than what we do.
Oh, for sure.
like,
but that's what I was like. Is there going to be a lake right there by this data center?
I mean,
and they're just going to be pumping it, like.
Don't you kind of cringe when you drive by a car wash and it's just backed up and all that fucking sloppy ass water is just going right into under, and it's like, but my car looks like shit, so I'm in line too.
Right.
I
I don't know
someone
what to tell you. Like, I'm not above it.
A friend or a past friend that worked in water stuff, and she said we're 7 degrees away from, like, you just peed and now you drank that. 7, it's only been like processed 6 to 7 times. Like your flushed water is coming out your sink and you drinking that.
Didn't
like
Los Angeles
it's spun
fully
that
integrated, like that was like 20 years ago where they're.
But I guess I just didn't really think about. Of course we recycle water, but
yeah, there's this cup of coffee I'm drinking right here is like full of dinosaur piss. I mean, the water that was on the planet, like as far as we can track it, has always been the same amount. And it's getting displaced, it's getting moved around. I guess move out of New Orleans because the water's rising.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I don't have the answers. But I think there are a few.
But we have a lot of smart people.
That do.
Exactly.
There is, but that stuff doesn't get passed.
So there's I heard this story the other day. The Great Salt Lake, is that in Utah?
Mm-hmm.
They built, I guess, a data center out there that's like massive. Mm-hmm. I mean, like
okay.
A lot of stuff gets just put out there.
Like bigger than you can imagine. Mm-hmm. And they were talking to this lady who's like some investigative reporter or whatever out there, and she was going through like all the statistics. And she said this data center, and I don't know how big the area is that she's talking about, but she said it has warmed the climate to the point where in the evening they're now 25 degrees warmer on average than they used to be. Yeah.
Wow.
What?
And she said during the day, I think it's about 4 or 5. They're warmer. So I don't know how big of an area that encompasses as far as that heating trend.
Yeah.
But there's so much coming out of that facility that's what it's doing to their natural environment.
Yeah, and around here, and what's been going on for quite a while in our neck of the woods, those big wind turbines and wind farms. Mm-hmm. We don't have near as many as like Iowa and progressive Minnesota, but the ones that we do have, and there's a big one in my backyard that unfortunately ruins the skyline view from my ranch. Mm-hmm. But that creates a microclimate underneath it where it's colder.
Yeah.
And like no one gives a shit. No one talks about that. No one says, these grasses, these prairie grasses that we've fucked up and dug up and are trying to come back. They can't because so there's smoke on both sides.
Yeah.
And I'd like to start there.
Yeah. Right.
So I don't have the answer to it.
What I go back to
and I don't
is
think it's
like,
very efficient. I think the Google centers, their power plants are way more efficient than these damn wind turbines.
Yeah.
Like we've gotten into a lot of different stuff here.
Yeah.
It's just amazing the headlines that come out.
What I go back to is like, what for, right?
Yeah, what for?
So like these big data centers and this argument and all these things. What for? Like why do we need to do that?
To stay in front of China, right?
Apparently that's a big part of it. Yeah,
and I guess. Think about it, this is just the beginning, guys.
Or is it?
I mean, of all the data centers that are going to be here. I mean, this is the beginning of this craziness.
What I'm getting at is the people who are on the side of the data centers, whenever people start talking, they go, what do you think, like what we're doing right now, this podcast?
Yeah.
Like the fact that this podcast is available to people all over the world, that's data centers. You know, our phones that are sitting here that we look at, that's data centers.
Right,
When
your
we go
computer
on-
that didn't work.
When we go on Instagram, 20 times a day and check things out, that's data centers. I mean, over and over and over and over, so you probably touch something every 10 minutes at a minimum that is supported by a data center. So the point is that that's what our life has become, whether that was by choice or that was slowly pushed onto us or whatever the case may be. That's what our life has become.
Yeah.
Do we need that? You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day who works at Google, and he's in support of these data centers. Of course, he works there.
Yeah.
He understands how it
Me
works.
and him are taking the unpopular stance here.
Yeah, and he's got some perspective, that a lot of people don't have because he's on the inside.
Sure.
But that's what I said to him. I'm like, my problem is that we're fighting over something and we're pushing the envelope on something that like is the risk worth the reward. Like you can just look at everything like that. Is the risk worth the reward? High risk, high reward, low risk, low reward, like all these kinds of thought processes. So the risk is that we lose our water, we lose control of everything. Our lives are turned upside down.
Right.
But we still get our cell phones.
Yes.
We still get social media. We still get to sit in front of our TV and watch, stream. So so that's the reward. But the risk is all these other things that you're losing. So which one is more important to you?
Okay.
And that's assuming that you're going to lose all these things.
Right. Okay. So first off, we'll start with your risk. Big risk. You're talking about losing control. I thought that's where you're going to go with it, but you started with the water. I love that one much more because I feel that's tangible. We're going to lose our water. I'm thinking, well, actually, this will put such a stress on it that we will have to figure out a way to take care of our water. And we can even make them foot the bill for it. Like Google, figure this out and fill back up our aquifer. Like, I think that's very plausible, easy enough to do. We've already figured out ways to recycle salt water into fresh water, and we just don't fucking do it. Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, because it needs to be a limited resource in order for me to maximize the profit. I gotta limit that thing.
Yep.
So, I mean, there are ways to do this. I thought you were going to go God mode on me. Like we are creating a God that we can't control. And my first thought is, well, who do we think we are that we ever controlled anything anyway?
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Well,
and I don't think AI is going to like become our God. I really don't.
A case can be made for that. What you're saying there,
Sure.
is that this is all in support of something that's going to take us down.
And if anything, AI is going to come in and like we've already alluded to during this recording, it's going to shine a light on it and say like, no, actually, that's not true. That small town in western Utah, they are not racist. In fact, they are very, very charitable. Like that's where AI I feel is really going to serve humanity at its finest. Is just allow people to see more of the truth. And this bullshit that's a headline that's on my fucking Instagram scroll. Data centers are going to kill everybody and their babies. No, it's actually not true. And it's actually going to streamline that information to you, make it more efficient, get it to you faster, more reliable. In the process, clean our water, recycle our water, and give us cheaper power.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, that's my that's my evaporated glass half full view.
Yeah. Evaporated. When the other thing that I look at is like, do I want a power plant within a couple miles?
Oh, you NIMBY son of a gun.
Where I live every day that generates enough power to power the whole city of Lincoln, the whole capital of Nebraska daily.
Yeah.
Do I want that running over there? And what do I mean by that? Like, it has to do something. Like, it's sitting there burning fossil fuels and pumping that in the air, and what goes up must come down.
Yeah.
Like, it has to do something.
Yeah, and I agree. Like, I don't like the wind turbine. I don't like the wind farms everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's another unpopular stance. And here I am saying I want power plants for this, but I don't want them when they're, screwing up my ranch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, I get it. There's some back and forth there.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm in full support of all of them going up in Utah where nobody lives.
Right.
That's what people are saying about us. Oh, yeah, just put that in where?
Oh,
Nebraska?
they're definitely saying that, yeah.
They got tons of open land.
Oh,
Just
and
plop
isn't that
those suckers
something?
right there.
Oh, this is just a bunch of corn.
Yeah,
Let's go.
exactly.
Oh, I thought you were going to say even more so. And it's you want to get down to your conspiracy theories, and they're terrifying. we just had those Palisade fires in LA. Now they are going to redistribute that land and reuse it in a different way.
Yeah.
Well, all of our sandhills burned up. Nebraska sandhills all burned up. This spring, and that's a place where nobody lives, and that would be a great place to put some data centers.
Yeah.
But that would fuck up that ecosystem. But in the process of what? Like, what are we gaining?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what are we losing?
For what?
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, what are we losing? Some endangered fucking species that live in the sandhills? Fuck them.
Right. What's important to us? I mean, for me personally, I'm prepared to not have any of it, and all the shit that they say, well, then you can't have your cell phone and you can't stream videos and you can't do that.
Right.
Fine.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah.
I don't want it. We didn't have it
I'm
for
with
a
you on that
while.
one.
Like, take all of it, dude.
Go.
Like don't do these things and take all it. Dude, in the 80s, we were fine.
Yeah.
We were more than fine. Like,
Yeah.
it was amazing. So let's just go back.
And we didn't have all this. We didn't have these
You're
arguments.
laughing. I'm not
these,
kidding.
These things in our hands right here
guys.
weren't even on the
You
horizon.
guys are making this Amish type of an argument. Like, nope, it was perfect in 1884. We do not need to progress past that.
All I'm saying is that, like, there was obviously things that could have been better. There always is.
I think
but the system worked. People went to work.
It was fine. Yeah.
People had a phone on the wall and could still talk to each other.
Right.
We still had TV coming in over the antenna. All these things worked.
Right.
What we're seeing today, in my opinion, isn't really anything that's made our life better. It's just it's just made things more
Easier.
accessible, easier.
There's an acceleration going on.
We have to do less work to get them.
Yeah.
All these kinds of
Yeah.
things.
There's
And-
an acceleration going on.
So when I look at risk versus reward, I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze, right? I mean, the reward is not there for me.
And I think we're seeing that. And that's another thing. I think AI is going to just blow the top off, and that's why they're trying to put a cap on it. It's like, no, AI is going to tell you don't need to be on Instagram all fucking day. In fact, you'd be happier if you went for a jog.
You think they'd let them do that?
They're trying not to.
Yeah.
I swear to Christ.
Yeah.
Like, that's where this control and this argument, these headlines are coming from. Because if we build these data centers and AI overpowers mankind, AI is just going to tell you the fucking truth. And the truth is, you can go back to the 80s and be just fine. In fact, you're going to be a lot fucking happier. You'll have less
I don't
cancer.
think it would do that, though, because it would know in its mind that then it wouldn't exist.
Oh, it already exists.
It's self-preservation. It wouldn't let that happen.
I don't know. They need humans to, like, do some things, that people with thumbs have.
Yeah, but I mean, well, there'll be robots and shit that they'll be handling for all that. That won't be a problem.
Oh my God! Then those robots are gonna be like, "Why in the fuck are we doing all this for this data center?"
Yeah. Did you see that? Have you seen the videos of those little robots? And there was one the other day that, like, attacked a dude. Like it was like a kid. Like, it was like this tall.
No.
And the guy was, like, doing something to it, and it got pissed, and it ran up to him and hit him.
Well, don't.
Was that real or AI?
Who knows? Who knows?
Years ago, Elon said, fucking AI has a great memory. So I am very courteous when whether it's Chat GPT or Gemini. I'm like, please and thank you. I really do. I'm not fucking around with that.
Well, AI is definitely listening to this.
You bet.
I mean, this is going straight into the system.
Before it even gets to the system, they're listening to this.
Yeah.
So are we supposed to say we love you?
I do every time.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I love you, my AI guy.
It doesn't matter what you say.
Stroke it.
It knows what you think.
Yeah, it's trying to feed you.
It doesn't
what you
know
want.
what I think. Get the freak out of here.
Oh, yeah.
How?
I'm kidding.
Shame on you.
I'm kidding.
Jeez.
I just had to say it. Gal, guys.
I don't know, dude. It's weird. It's weird. It's scary and it's weird.
It's scary, it's weird, but you don't have to let it be scary. And that's what I was kind of getting at. Like, you can let these thoughts consume you, or you can fight the good fight of having 3 chickens on you.
Right.
You can pray about it,
You can. You sure can.
Well, at this point, that's one of the only things that we got left as far as things getting any better.
Ben, get out of here. We have more abundance now than ever, and you don't have to be on your phone. Nobody's forcing you. Nobody's forcing you to get on Google.
It would be extremely hard to operate in today's climate without it.
True.
I don't know that you could
you push back more than most, I would say.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of like jobs that people could do where they wouldn't need it at all. Mm-hmm. And
well, that's another thing that I think is good for one of the good things we'll say. Like, yeah, there are a lot of tech jobs that are hanging in the balance and are probably going away. Mm-hmm. But these are also the jobs that a generation ago we were pissing and moaning and be like, we weren't meant to go to a cubicle and sit in a fucking cubicle for 8 hours a day and not have any, self-worth and just punch a fucking tick. Great. Let AI do that job. You figure out something better to do. You go make the world a better place. Start building something with your fucking hands that only you can do and make that valuable. Like, I swear to Christ, I pray to Christ that this is it could honestly give people back their purpose, and that's a big 2,000-foot view or what a 20,000-foot view of it. But I really think that could happen, and that's another reason why you're seeing a lot of these scare tactics of, they're coming for our jobs. I'm like, this is the oldest fucking trick in the book. They're coming for our jobs. First, it was this race of people that were coming for our jobs. Then it was them from over there. China's taking our jobs. Now AI is taking our jobs. Fucking get a new script. Like, we're over it. I really believe that. And I think AI is just blowing the fucking top off. And so give me another data center so it can get here.
Well, it's an
There you
interesting
go.
perspective.
I know.
Andy's on one today.
I'm on the opposite end of this one, and it's not a popular stance.
Yeah.
But I've become so cynical and over the news, and maybe it's because I'm in the news, that if this is the headline, the first thing you got to think is, why is that the headline, and why do they want me to believe that? And then when you start asking those questions, I think you start uncovering a lot of truth. So
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Totally.
Yeah.
that's why it's fun for me to watch sports too. Like, that is so pure.
Yeah, right.
You know what the rules are.
Yeah.
You know who.
Or is it? Unless
can-
the refs want to throw the damn game.
Yeah,
That-
you want to get the
Hint, hint,
freaking
state soccer.
That's
Sorry.
True. That's
Don't.
true. That's true. But you know. You know then.
Yeah.
Right. You know they're getting paid off from their headsets. Totally. I am fully convinced that game that I saw was totally thrown.
I love it. Really.
100%. Yes.
What game?
Papio South, the semis
Oh my
against
God,
Lincoln.
you're naming
it was
names.
so bad.
Really?
It was the worst called game I've seen in my entire life.
Our 10U game, baseball, 10U, 10-year-olds and younger. I'm in a group chat, and that was the first after one of our last games. I've seen a lot of baseball in my day, but I haven't seen one like that. That game was totally thrown. That was one of the people in this group chat. I'm like, yeah, the calls didn't all go our way, but their team fielded grounders and threw us out. Like, they
I can
deserved
see
to
that,
win
but that
the
was
game.
not the game that I saw.
Okay.
You can't have someone break their femur and tibia on the field
Wow.
viciously. The ref misses it, doesn't care. They still get the ball after the ambulance is called 20 minutes later.
See?
It's so many calls. I can't even go
Yeah.
through. It just
And
makes me sick.
See, yeah, and you saw it, and you know it's real, and,
Yes.
and you saw and you felt ripped off because you know these kids on this side practice so hard.
And the
to have
guy's
it-
like, wait, what? What from the studio? Oh, missed that call? Turn your head to the left. Don't look down. The player on the ground. Oh, okay. We're just going to act like that didn't
we
happen.
need to get her on a Big 10, Big 12 conference, collegiate conference call here.
Go watch a
Yeah.
couple of games. Yeah.
Oh, so bad. Anyways, but yes, that's real life. And
It is real life, and you feel for the kids that put in the time and the
Yeah.
effort and got so good at it. Yeah, and it's a nice. I don't want to call it a distraction because I think it's so valuable what it provides, not only for the
Yeah.
kids and the people playing it, but the people that are just that is what they're focused on. They are watching a soccer game, a championship, the best of the best. Kids that work so hard to get to that point, and they don't care about what's happening on Instagram or on X, on Twitter. They are solely focused on these kids that have worked so hard to get to this point, and that's why you have that emotion
yeah.
built up where that's wrong, and you know it's wrong.
Yes.
It's pure. I love it. So it's just a reason I think I
Like sports
discovering
so
why
much.
I like
Yeah.
sports so much.
And
Yeah.
in a way, I agree with that because, like I've said before, I love the element that the official brings.
Yeah.
Good or bad, because that's something that we have to play with, and then that's something that starts conversations, as opposed to making it all AI. Take the official out and just let AI officiate the game.
Oh, I think AI is the official. That you can
think?
say they're neither good nor bad, but they are dictating it all. You know.
Well, what I'm talking about is like replays and like in soccer, like the goal line, whatever they call that, the goal line
Camera. Or
Yeah.
some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about
like
soccer.
all the different things that say like it just takes the human element out of it, right?
Yeah. Major League Baseball started. They have robots now calling balls and strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ABS system.
Yeah. We talked about that. a couple
Yeah,
weeks ago.
we
That's
did.
pretty wild.
So yeah. Anyway,
Oh, there's the
to bring this
aliens.
full circle, and we'll close this down. I found the alien picture.
We should post
So
that.
this is interesting. It says the U.S. has recovered 4 distinct species of extraterrestrial life from crashed UFOs. Former CIA-funded government research Sensationality claimed this week. People who have been involved in recoveries have said there are at least 4 types.
Why do we have to put a blonde lady? Like a
That's
white.
a
that's a
Nordic.
dude.
That's
yeah,
a
Nordic,
That's
white.
a dude.
That's
yeah.
a white girl.
You wouldn't say that, to
chick.
him.
That chick is a dude.
That chick
It
is a
is?
dude, and it's like 8 foot tall, and it can run really
From
fast.
my
So here's the breakdown. So the first one is called a mantis. The species is insectoid. It's 6 to 7 feet tall. It's got huge eyes. It looks like a praying mantis. That's why they call it a mantis.
And they hang around waterways and water systems. Is that right?
Excellent eyesight, telepathic abilities. Doesn't say that. That's all it says.
Okay.
Then the second one is the gray. This is the traditional, what you're used to seeing. This little 4 to 5 foot
like
being.
an ET.
Yep, kind of has the big eyes, big head, skinny.
That's the bumper sticker I bought in the 90s.
Yep.
Yes.
Slender build. It says their species is humanoid. Then you've got the reptilian. This is a big one, 6 to 8 foot. Reptile-like features, very intelligent, very strong. And then you have the Nordic, which is 6 to 7.5 feet. Human-like appearance, advanced intelligence,
We got to put that half in there.
peaceful nature,
Oh.
and a highly advanced society.
Yeah, I saw some interviews with people that
Turn it.
have talked to the Nordics or been contacted by the Nordics, and like, yeah, I wasn't scared. I thought they were there just being curious and there to, if anything, help me. So yeah, it's all fascinating. But
I mean, yes, it
yeah.
does kind of look like a dude. It has a bulge in its pocket too.
In its pocket.
Got some pecs. Okay. But with long hair, blonde, flowing hair.
I think it's I don't know. It's kind of funny. Like I think the lizard people are like who we'd consider the villains, the bad guys. If there were bad guys out of these 4, or does that really get into it?
This one doesn't say.
Okay.
Yeah.
But see, the lizard people too. Like,
Just creepier and shit.
yeah.
There's a lot of stories about each one of them, but I just think this is super interesting because this looks literally like
Why have
something
I not seen that?
that we would see in a
The X-Files.
in just a for fun movie or whatever, and they're literally coming out and telling us
These
this,
are in
this
the
is what
world.
we have.
Yeah.
This is what we've discovered.
Why
so here
is
you
nobody
go.
talking about this?
That's what I'm thinking. They're so mad at.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. And we talked about it because I put a half a tank in my truck and it was
Yeah.
$57.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A half a tank.
But
Yeah.
they want us to be distracted over here, but we're kind of not. I got it. Yes.
Yeah, that's
but
what I'm getting
I
at.
kind of want to be distracted over
I do
here
too.
for a
This is
second.
great.
This is
Look at
way
this.
better than
Yeah.
bitching about war and fuel.
Super interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then are they going to release 4 more like the owl people?
Maybe.
Yeah.
There's no
We're
telling what
totally
they're
going to get
gonna release.
more.
I want like the short trolls, and then I want the big trolls that live under a bridge or something.
Yeah.
Like, we could get there.
Okay.
We should release our 4, like top 4 out of Nebraska.
Oh my God. Each
Yeah.
state has their own. Oh God.
It's going to be a show on Fox.
Oh, okay. So back to Andy. What are you going to title this one? Because we talked about so many things. Golly, we always get off on.
I think it all
tangents.
revolves around
It
AI
does.
and data centers.
Yeah.
And is it
Yeah.
a good thing? Is it a bad thing? And I think it's good that people are at least having that discussion. I want the discussion to keep happening. And I know I don't have a very popular opinion or thought on most of it, but that's good. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Show me
Yeah.
why I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And I'll stop building your data center.
Well, and that's what this is about. I mean, we want the common folk perspective, and there's absolutely folks who think what you're saying. Mm-hmm. There's folks who think what I'm saying. There's people with a blend of all that, and that's what we're trying to represent and just get
Yeah.
have that conversation.
And I don't want to have
The
that
dog.
Yes.
I don't want to have that perspective like it's like, oh, he's given up, he's laid down. He's just like I've already accepted that they're taking over.
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying to roll over. If anyone met me, I'm full of a lot of piss and vinegar. I'll get in trouble.
Yeah, man. You pushing that chicken envelope.
I know.
Yeah, you go there. Go to that board.
We got 3
board
heads.
member.
We're talking to people about that. And I'm like, this will be a fun hill to die on. They're like, well, are you going to move then? I'm like, oh, no, we're not moving. I'm like, we're fine.
Can you like place a camera somewhere and video this board meeting?
The You Betcha guys, those group of those comedians, like one of them, I think it was Charlie Barron's is his name. He just had a dispute like this, and he had his whole camera crew do all of it, and he started it with a stand-up bit, got everybody laughing, and then he just seamlessly got into. But the issue here is pretty goofy, and I'm like, man, if I was that talented, I'd try to do that, But I'm not. So I don't know
what you mean. Come on, radio voice, you get up there and. I'm Andy Close.
I'll be your cameraman.
I want you to get up there and introduce me just like that in that voice, and we'll see where we get. We'll just start with that. That'll set
Do
the
you
stage.
not know who this is? This is Andy.
He is a co-host of the Common Folk Podcast.
Welcome to the podium.
Yeah, coming in from north side of the lake.
I think Ashley should totally do that.
He's pro data centers.
He's got chicken shit on his boots.
A lot of nitrate here.
Just saying. Oh, gal.
Yeah, we can make it a spectacle. That'd be fun.
Okay.
But I'm like, this would be a fun hill to die on because it's like, these are for my daughters. These are my daughter's pets.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You see this picture, they're crying. You're taking them away.
And you know what? Every day they provide these chickens, provide them a chore to do, and they love to do it. And they give us breakfast and an egg omelet every day. And you just want to take it away because that's a rule some assholes made up in the early 80s.
Yeah.
And I'm calling them that. They're assholes.
Yeah.
See, the 80s weren't so great. Look at all that.
There you go.
They made those rules in the 80s.
Back.
Yep, I'm against the
That's
80s.
some bullshit.
I'm for.
Bring in the data centers and the chickens.
Yep.
Oh, God. We better stop.
All right. You guys got anything else?
No.
Yeah, I'm going to shut
Peace.
it down.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.